boxing match, especially between the ladies.
Nicole Konstanzer and Danielle Pitbull. There's
Konstanzer in the blue tape,
animosity there.
Pitbull in the red. Here we go.
I love this moment, man. Right when the fight starts, right when the first exchange comes in, this is what dreams are made of. We're going to see what these ladies do with it.
I like the patience. This is probably the first fight where they're actually being very technical, taking their time, filling each other out.
We'll see, man. A coin toss away from chaos.
Exactly. Nice
Good
little
defense from Nicole, actually. She kept her arms up, and she was able to get the meat of that punch on her shoulder. But we'll see. We'll see if Danielle makes adjustments.
Nice composure by both ladies.
Yep.
Filling each other out. I think Nicole was actually switching stances as well. She keeps doing that. Cohen, the Pitbull, known for her heavy hands, had a great sparring session with an up-and-coming fighter that was actually put on social media by the Goat Shed. Kind of boosted their whole ego. And now up against her opponent, who, by the way, has the Thailand, I don't know what to call it, the strap that's under her arm.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what to call it either.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually very nice. Lead left high kick, and as she came down with that same foot, she threw a nice jab.
Nicole's got a real quick hook.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she's leading
got
with it
range
too.
over Danielle as well.
She needs to use that range. Very, very good point. Use the jab, stay on the distance.
A flurry there from Danielle. A little wild, didn't look like anything landed.
Ladies, for the first time with a lot of composure, looking good.
I feel like a lot of times the fights where there's a lot of animosity and pushing and shoving and wins, I think they're a lot like this because I feel like there's a lot riding on it that nobody really wants to take, bite down on their mouthpiece and throw the first punch. And then they could be kind of lackadaisical, but we'll see if things heat up in the second round.
Great call. Totally agree with you. But I think it's a very nice first round warm-up and a great way to finish the round. Round one down, very hard to call. Great scrappy fight, great exchanges. Both ladies landed punches and kicks. Looked like Cohen might have been a little bit stronger on her punches, but seems like the same amount of punches.
Definitely landed the bigger punches, but it was definitely a feel around. We're gonna see. I mean, this is an MMA fight that's in the amateur circuit, so the rounds are 3-minute rounds. We're gonna see if they turn up the heat because they only got 6 minutes left to work with. Then who the hell knows who won that first round?
Agreed.
Both fighters were walking forward. Both fighters were walking backwards. Both fighters exchanged good punches and showed good defense. So we're gonna see, if the second round.
I think throughout the course of the round, Nicole was a little bit more active. At the end of the round, Danielle got a little bit more active. So.
Good way of seeing it, Ramsey. I agree with you on that. Yeah, definitely good point. That's definitely how I saw it. But man, the judges have surprised me, I think, 3 times tonight.
No kidding.
Frank walked away from that fight when he went to get a quick restroom break, and I forgot who was it that won. I was pretty mind blown when it happened.
No. I was here for that.
Oh, you were
one.
here.
That was the knockout
you
that I
walked away
walked away
after.
from.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. That's right. All right,
let's see what adjustments they make after they talk to their corner. There we go. Good job from Nicole. She set up a good 3-2. I'd like to see Nicole not switch stances so much. It must be part of her game plan by all means, but I feel like she was seeing good success from the orthodox stance. She threw a 1-3-2, and I feel like
nice straight there from Nicole.
Good counter. She countered a leg kick. And that's back to the countering punches with kicks and kicks with punches.
It's supportive what you're saying. If you're going to switch stances, be active on it.
Be active, by all means.
But don't switch it and do nothing with it, because we know that your defense is down when you switch stances.
Absolutely. Another thing is exactly what you just said right now is when you switch stances, number one, do it quickly, but number two, don't do it when you're in range, because the best counter to somebody that's switching a stance is a right hand. At least Nicole, this time that she switched stances, she went from orthodox to southpaw. At least now she had enough distance between her and Danielle. But to be very honest with you, I switch stances all the time as well, and I think that it's always better to do it mid-combination because your opponent doesn't necessarily see what's up or what you're setting up.
That's an amazing point, and I could not agree with you more, and I do the same exact thing, brother. So
absolutely,
well said, man, well said. Do it mid-combination where they don't realize. When you do it when you're on the outside, like we've seen her do a couple times, yeah, it's noticeable, and then your opponent gets to adjust. Very nice hands by the Pitbull, getting a little bit more aggressive in the second round. 30 seconds left.
I want to see them turn up the volume, though. I think both of them have a lot of heat. Both of them have a lot of cardio. You know, they obviously know how to hurt each other, and I think that they should both just open up. I think that if one fighter leads the dance, the other will follow.
I like that. I hope that the coaches are telling them the same thing that you just said, Frank, because
Absolutely.
it's an amateur fight. It's a kickboxing match. We need to see dig deep. We need to see let it go. You can't be fearful in this type of situation, because otherwise what happens when you move to the pros?
Absolutely. In my opinion, there's no worse thing than losing a fight that you left without even sweating, you know, like still having so much in you that you could have let out, you know?
Dude, to compliment what you just said, I have a pet peeve, Ramsey. When I watch fights, it doesn't matter what fight it is, UFC, Bellator, Combat Night, when a fighter is done with the fight and he has enough energy to just
jump on the cage,
jump
do
on the
backflips,
and just I'm like, wait a minute, you did not go.
And
if
then
you
they
didn't finish
complain
that
about the
fight,
decision.
Yeah, you didn't go all out. You should
did not finish fighting.
You should be exhausted. You should be exhausted.
100%.
As fighters, Ramsey, when we're done training, we're laying on the mats for 30 minutes. That's where the bond grows.
You step
That's
in
where
the
the
shower
bond
and you
grows
see
with
steam
fighters,
come up.
because you're just so exhausted as an amateur who's just trying to learn that you leave it all on the mats. You need to put that same effort into a fight, especially if you're an amateur trying to become a professional. So,
Absolutely.
To piggyback what Frank is saying, I would love to see these ladies turn it up and really go all out for this third round, because they've been measured for the first 2 rounds. It's the third round. Let's go out with a bang.
And by the way, keep in mind that part of training is to know how hard you can go. If you have a gas tank, right, you got 44 gallons and you're running around the track, you know, you should know that those 44 gallons are going to last you these many laps. You should know how hard you can push so that you're completely exhausted and use every ounce of energy by the time that you reach the final bell, so you know there's nothing you could have done more to win that fight. And here we go to that point. They're both starting off with heat.
Third and final round.
I think they need to start with smoke with exactly the same way that they're doing it right now, man. They need to just up the volume.
Danielle is definitely turning it up.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see more than just a one-shot kick.
Yeah,
though.
seriously.
Now it looks like she's going ahead and countering.
Yep. Nicole had a couple good counters in there, and now Danielle did too.
Good footwork by Danielle, man. Again, just want to see some more commitment. You got a minute and a half left.
Absolutely. I mean, look, both of them have the steam. I don't see either of them breathing heavy. I don't see their stomachs or diaphragms moving all that much. They can go for it. You know, and I know both of these are very, very talented ladies. I mean, I've seen both of them train. I've got the utmost respect for both Danielle and Nicole. And to be very honest with you, I just want to see the better fighter win. And I just want to see them do exactly what they're doing right now. I want to see them turn up the heat. There's a little showboating from Danielle, but it's like, do something with it. You know, don't just sit there and look at your opponent like you missed me. Just
couldn't agree with you more, brother. Like, if you got enough to put your arms up and showboat like that, go for a finish. She looks good. Seems like she's winning. And there she goes, being aggressive, looking like she's trying to go for a finish. I love it. 45 seconds. Finish it. Go more. Nice output.
It seems like when Danielle storms her and she has these flurries of punches, it seems like Nicole is a little lost. You know, like she doesn't step out; she just moves straight back until she hits the fence. If I was Danielle, I apologize. I would wait for Nicole to be up against the fence and just come up with a barrage of punches. You know, even if they might not be the ones that knock her out, they're definitely gonna make you look good in front of the judges.
Great kick to the body, by the way, on that note. But yes, I agree with you again. I mean, you're on the last round. You got to let it go. If you can't get the timing down and your opponent is landing strikes, well, then you just counter with a flurry. You can't sit there and just take the punches. You got to do what you can to try to finish strong, as they're doing right now with the last final seconds. Very good fight nonetheless.
First judge scored it 29-28. Konstanzer, 29-28. Cohen, and for your winner, 29-28 for your winner by way of a split decision, Danielle